We talk about generational poverty like it's this unbreakable chain, this fate that's just handed down. But what if that's not the whole story? What if it's really a system, a track with a set of rules? And if there are rules, that means you can learn them. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain on that trap, and then we're going to give you a toolkit to start taking it apart. First things first, I want you to just look at this number, 7.5%. Just let it sit there for a second. What on earth could that possibly mean? Well, there it is. If you're born in the bottom fifth of earners, you have a less than 1 in 10 shot of making it to the top fifth. And listen, this isn't about how hard you work. This is about the math. The brutal, cold math of starting the race hundreds of yards behind the starting line. This is the trap. And knowing how it works is the only way to figure out how to escape. So what is this trap, really? It's easy to think it's just about not having money, but it's so much deeper than that. It's about the invisible inheritance that you don't get, all those advantages that wealth quietly passes down from one generation to the next. And this right here, this gets to the heart of the whole thing. We get so fixated on income, what you make every 2 weeks. But Ralph is the real game changer. This 8-to-1 gap you see here, that's not just a number. That's the ability to handle an emergency, to send a kid to college without crushing debt, to take a risk on a business idea. It's the safety net that lets you build for the future instead of just surviving the present. And believe it or not, the trap gets even more clever, more insidious. It doesn't just empty your pockets, it gets inside your head. There's a hidden tax that poverty charges you, and it's levied against your single most important resource, your brain power. Scientists actually had a name for it, the cognitive tax. Think about it. When you're constantly worried about rent, about food, about the next bill, your brain is working overtime. That constant stress eats up your mental bandwidth. It's so draining. It's like losing 13 IQ points. And I need to be crystal clear here. This has absolutely nothing to do with how smart you are. It's about how much mental energy you have left over to think, to plan, to dream, when just getting through the day is a battle. This chart shows it perfectly. Look at that first bar. When you're financially stable, your bandwidth is wide open. You've got the space to think long-term, to learn a new skill, to map out your goals. Let them look at the second bar. Under financial stress, that bandwidth just gets squeezed. You're forced into this tunnel vision, where all you can focus on is the immediate crisis right in front of you. It's a survival mechanism that makes it nearly impossible to plan your way out. Okay, so that's the trap. It's real, and it's tough. But let's shift gears. Enough about the problem, let's talk about the solution, because there is an escape plan, and it's not about winning the lottery or some get-rich-quick nonsense. It's a toolkit. It's a clear step-by-step framework for building wealth from the ground up. And here it is. This is the roadmap. It's a process in 4 phases. First, you get stable. You stop the bleeding, right? Build a small emergency fund, attack that high-interest debt. Then you build a solid foundation using powerful tools like a 401k and a Roth IRA. Once that's in place, you accelerate your growth. And finally, you lock it in. You create a plan to make sure the wealth you built gets passed on, breaking the cycle for good. See? It's a system, not a secret. This is the key mindset shift you have to make. I love this quote. Your income, your paycheck, that's for today. It keeps the lights on, it puts food on the table. But wealth is what you build for tomorrow. It's the assets you own that work for you, creating options and freedom for you and your family. Speaking of building for tomorrow, take a look at this number, $351,000. Now that feels like a huge amount of money, doesn't it? Like something that's totally out of reach for most people, but what if it's not? This is how you get there. $100 a month. That's it. We're talking about the cost of a few coffees a week, thanks to the magic of compound interest, the eighth wonder of the world, a small, consistent investment over a long time can grow into an absolutely life-changing amount of money. Suddenly, it doesn't seem like climbing Mount Everest, does it? It just seems like taking one step every single month. But here's the thing. Having all the right financial tools, knowing about index funds, it's only half the battle. You have to pair those tools with a massive psychological shift. You have to literally rewrite the stories about money that you've been telling yourself your whole life. Just think about this for a second. How many times have you had this thought? I can't afford this. It's almost automatic, isn't it? But what is that phrase, really? It's a closed door. It's a full stop. It's a statement of defeat, and it ends all creativity right then and there. Now look at this. Such a tiny change. All we did was swap one word. But changing I can't to how can I? Well, it changes everything. It turns a dead end into a doorway. Your brain stops seeing a wall and starts looking for a path. It shifts you from being a passive victim of your circumstances to an active problem solver. It's a simple little language trick that gives all the power back to you. And the amazing thing is, today, finding the answer to how is easier than it has ever been in human history. Technology has kicked the doors down. It has taken the tools of building wealth that used to be locked away for the super rich and put them right in the palm of your hand. I mean, just look at this list. You can literally start investing with the spare change from your coffee using micro-investing apps. You can buy stocks and funds with zero fees, which was unheard of a decade ago. You can make your savings actually earn you real money in a high-yield account. Every single one of these tools is designed to lower the barrier to entry so you can just get started. So with all this work, all this planning, why are we doing this? What's the point? It's because this is so much bigger than just your own finances. This is about taking the long view. This is about changing your family's story for the next 100 years. This is the real prize. You are Generation 1. You're the breaker. You do the heavy lifting. Because of you, your kids, Gen 2, get to be the launchers. They start life with a foundation, with financial knowledge, maybe without student loans. They start on second base. And then, your grandchildren, Gen 3, they're the establishers. They start the race with wealth and networks already in place. The struggle you go through today buys their freedom tomorrow. So let's end right where we started, with that 7.5% number. Yeah, the statistics say the odds are stacked against you. The system is tough, it can feel unfair. No one is saying this is easy. But it is not impossible. The toolkit is here, the roadmap is clear. The only question left is, what are you going to do about it? Go prove the statistics wrong.